Sixth event, the Herald Vase, and it went to Brash Sun. This is another good ride from Greg Hall, I think Australia's most underrated jockey. Henry Davis tried blinkers for the first time on Brash Sun yesterday and certainly did the trick. He made amends for his last start defeat when favourite, and he really outclasses his rivals. The margin at the finish was 4 lengths. That's him going up 3 wide towards the lead now.
Coming up by the 500, Kentish hanging. Ben Farris headed him off. Calenza's got a rails run. Brash Sun coming at them. Movie Maker struggling. Barley Hunter getting his second wind. And then Wentworth. Brash Sun out wide, hit the front with Calenza. Ben Farris is gone. Kentish whacking horses everywhere. But Brash Sun strode to the lead on the corner from Calenza. Well clear of Barley Hunter at the head of the others. And Brash Sun's going to street him. Race 3 in front of Calenza, followed by Barley Hunter. And Brash Sun wins by about 5 lengths. Second placing Calenza, third Barley Hunter.
The Moonee Valley Cup has been a traditional lead up to the Melbourne Cup, but it was difficult to see any of the runners yesterday really firming in the cup market as a result of their performance. It went to Holsam, who came from 4th last, circled the field, so honours certainly with him. I thought if there was one that might have given a pointer to some cup prospects, it could have been the New Zealander Beaver Boy. He was never on the track, and he battled on pretty strongly to finish just behind the place getters. This is the start of the Moonee Valley Cup.
Boy knuckled at the start, lost a little ground. Lancelotto was quickly away with Rocky Ruler and British looking for the lead. Cassin's up there too. Noble Falcon, Mevron Boy being booted up now into a position from Fountain Court. Then Lagana on the outside of the next pack of horses. Settling down, and Lancelotto led by 2 lengths, cross to the rails from Rocky Ruler, and on the inside Lagrigia. Then Cassins, followed by Mevron Boy, Noble Falcon. 2 lengths away then came Not Declared and Fountain Court. 2 to British, followed by Beaver Boy, Lagana. 2 or 3 to Ivan's Pride, Holsam. And last of all, Fiery Boy. Cassins wants to lead, whips round the outside, and Barker lets him go. And Cassins led down the straight the first time. About a length to Lancelotto, the fence, and third Rocky Ruler moving up towards the leader. 1.5 Lagrigia and Mevron Boy. 2 to Noble Falcon, followed then by, on the outside, Not Declared. Then Fountain caught the rails from British, and Beaver Boys 3 deep, 2 lengths to Lagana. They're followed by Holsam, and behind it Ivan's Pride, and last of all Fiery Boy. 1600 out. Lancelotto got up on the inside to again join Cassins. 1.5 lengths Rocky Ruler and British on the rails. 1.5 lengths Mevron Boy from Noble Falcon and Not Declared together. Beaver Boy covering a ton next, and then Fountain Court sticking to the fence from British. 1.5 lengths Lagana, Ivan's Pride, Holsam, and Fiery Boy. Lancelotto a clear leader at the 1200 corner. 1.5 lengths Cassins, and Eckaway Lagrigia. Half to Rocky Ruler 3 deep, moving towards the leaders again. 1.5 lengths Mevron Boy. A half further back then Noble Falcon, 1 to Not Declared and Beaver Boy. Then 2 lengths away British and Fountain Court. 2.5 Lagana, Ivan's Pride, Holsam, and Fiery Boy last. Going to the 800 corner, and Rocky Ruler takes Lancelotto on, and they're together. 2 lengths to Mevron Boy up third, and Lagrigia in on the fence. 1 length to Cassins, it's gone. Not Declared commencing a run around the outside with Beaver Boy, who's still wide on the track. British starting to make a run. Then Fountain Court off the rails from Noble Falcon, weakening. Cassins dropping out. Holsam, Lagana, Ivan's Pride, Fiery Boy. Up by the 500, Lancelotto being hard-ridden now with Rocky Ruler. 1 length to Not Declared, getting out and coming at them from Beaver Boy. Lagrigia gave up as though shot, and Fountain Court's travelling very well next. British is struggling from Holsam at the head of the others. Lancelotto and Not Declared together on the corner. Fountain Court going like a winner if he gets out, and then Beaver Boy. Not Declared hit the front. Fountain Court gets out now, and Holsam from the clouds from Lancelotto. Fountain Court got to the lead. Holsam's grabbed it out wide on the track, and Holsam and Fountain Court go to the line together, and Holsam's won the Moonee Valley Cup. Ahead to Fountain Court, Not Declared third.
Strong staying effort from Holsam to just nail Fountain Court in the final few strides of the Moonee Valley Cup. There's a sensation prior to the running of the final event from Moonee Valley. The odds-on favourite, River Rough, was a shock late scratching when his trainer Bob Hoisted refused to obey a steward's direction. Hoisted was subsequently fined $5,000 and has threatened to retire as a trainer, which would be a tragedy because he's certainly one of the leading trainers in Australia. But this is the final event, the Moir Stakes. It went to Foystaan, a very promising young sprinter, fought on strongly after being challenged at the home turn to defeat Novel Star by 2 lengths.
2 away beat Chevelle. 400 out on the turn. Final Affair raced up and drew level now with Foystaan. Out a length away then came Novel Star. Buljet very wide, struggling a bit now. Then Razor Sharp and beat Chevelle looking for the run. Foystaan kicked away again in the straight, led 2 lengths Novel Star. Final Affair and then Buljet. Foystaan holding Novel Star comfortably at bay with 100 to go from Beat Chevelle, and Foystaan canters in. 2 lengths Novel Star, Beat Chevelle third.
over the 8 events from Moonee Valley yesterday. I look now at the TAB information from the Moonee Valley card. The double numbers, 11 and 8, paid $63.50. The treble, 3, 11 and 8, paid $659.40, while the extra double from Moonee Valley paid $48.20. This week, of course, we've got Jim Cassidy, who seems to come good at this time of the year, riding Kiwi to win the Melbourne Cup at this time last year. And also, you don't see a 200 to 1 chance winning on metropolitan racetracks much these days, but it happened at Canterbury yesterday. Race 1 was the Bulldogs handicap, 1,280 metres, and Avon Angel, the chestnut filly, was odds-on, chasing her 4th win from as many starts.
So different after 1 to My Mate Zero, and 2 further back, Captain Milady, then Mount Tamboo. At the 400, as they come onto the corner, the roughy Stolic by 3/4 of a length. Avon Angel asks to go now. So different moving alongside Avon Angel as they both burn off Stolic and then My Mate Zero. Straightening up 250 out, and Avon Angel's in full flight, and Beatman now shakes her up. She accelerates. She's 3 My Mate Zero, followed by So Different and Mount Tamboo, but this is 4 out of 4 for Avon Angel. A top flight filly. She's 6 in front of My Mate Zero and So Different. And Avon Angel donkey legs them. 2nd, My Mate Zero. 3rd was So Different.
And Avon Angel is trained by Bob Thompson at Randwick, former stable foreman for Tommy Smith, and she'll be set for the Oaks next season. Race 2 is the Canterbury Stakes over 1,200 metres. Princess Jacinda favourite, and Coi Coi San, who is the princess in the Madame Butterfly Opera, was also well back with Pascherette.
As they travel to the corner, Sunset Blessing is hanging very badly, and Coi Coi San on the inside joining Pascherette. A length to Hardy Red Fairy Jade, she's a rocket, and Sunset Blessing 8 wide. In the stretch past the 200 metres, Pascherette and Coi Coi San, with Coi Coi San kicking a length on Pascherette. Clear a Hardy Red, and she's a rocket. Little Innes getting down to punch out Coi Coi San. She's in no danger. Pascherette 2nd, and it's a good go for 3rd. I reckon that Hardy Red's got it from She's a Rocket.
And Coi Coi San, trained at Randwick by Gill Ings. One of the part owners is Gill's wife, Rose. The winner and also the winner of the first race, Avon Angel, dead heated at their first starts at Warwick Farm. Race 3, the Happy Valley Handicap, Hot Classic, the favourite, missed the start, and Real Try are also well in the market.
From Over the Blues and Monvey, and the last pair as they swing are In a Smile and Belwarra, straightening for the run of the judge. Hot Classics going backwards, and Real Trier and Blazing Miss are battling it out. They race to the 200 together. About 4 lengths on Lipstick Lies hanging, and then comes Val Malay, but Blazing Miss on the outside is just the leader from Real Trier. She's doing better now, and in the popular Hyperion colours, pink and black quarters, Blazing Miss comes away from Real Trier. Lipstick Lies gets home for 3rd.
And that was Jim Cassidy's first ride for the Hyperion Syndicates. It's trained by Ray Guy at Rose Hill. She's by the former Speedster Blazing Saddles. Incidentally, Hootenanny, the first crop, one of the first crop of Turf Ruler, a former barrier rogue, gave a lot of trouble going into the stall, so it's quite likely the Turf Ruler is going to throw his roguish behaviour into his foals. Race 4, the Qantas Handicap, and here Liquid Steel and No Brass were the best back runners.
Bottled away, and the others headed there by Pulsane and Sovereign Faloo. No Brass hanging as they come around the corner. It leads about 3/4 Drum Rum. Liquid Steel being hard-ridden to try and pick up the bit, and then Tolo. King Kiev looking for the way through, but nothing at the moment, and then Tan's Hope and Pulsane. No Brass still in front, 150 to go. He's a length on Drum Rum. Liquid Steel won't go on with it, and then Pulsane, Tolo and Tan's Hope, but they're not going to catch No Brass today, and No Brass goes to the post to win it from Pulsane. 3rd, Posse Review Lad.
And No Brass continued a winning run for top trainer Tommy Smith, ridden by Michael Provato, Smith's apprentice, who won his first Metropolitan double earlier in the week. Race 5, the B&W Cup over 1,900 metres. Northern Reward, Noble Connection and Ben Carr were the favourites.
Fairy Prince and Sibley's Review couldn't win as they come around the corner. And Northern Reward shook off String of Pearls. Beautrelet after Northern Reward. Behind them, Jogger, and then comes at the head of the others, Ben Carr and Noble Connection. Balked for a run. Northern Reward is fighting back under cool riding by Wallace. Jogger getting out now. It's Northern Reward. Wallace goes for him, Jogger, and then Ben Carr, but Jogger cruised past Northern Reward, and Jogger draws away on the line to win a half. Northern Reward. 3rd, Ben Carr.
The second leg of winning double for Jim Cassidy, who teamed with a former New Zealand trainer Sid Brown to give Jogger a win at his 60th start. Took him to more than $50,000 in stake earnings, and Jogger will now be set for the Summer Cup. Race 6, the Cathay Pacific Handicap for the 2-year-olds. Sapphire Red, owned by bookmaker Dominic Byrne, and Teggun Mas, a pony, with the favourites.
In the straight at the 200 metres, rider goes for the whip on Teggun Mas. Sapphire Road and Trade Mission having a shot at it now. Teggun Mas on the inside, Trade Mission, Sapphire Road, Teggun Mas, Trade Mission. Teggun Mas giving plenty on the inside. He's pulling out too much power, Teggun Mas. And Teggun Mas goes on to beat Trade Mission. 3rd, Sapphire Road.
Teggun Mas is trained by Vin O'Neill, was ridden by young John Grisdale. If you spell it backwards, Teggun Mas, you get Nugget Sam. There might be a message there somewhere. Race 7 was the reliable travel handicap, and here Wage Freeze was well in the market along with Trench Digger and Walking Home, but watch for the run of Reuters News in the brown with the yellow hoops.
At the 450, and Wage Freeze about a neck on Kibriya, a length the Walking Home Bazette, then Cakewalk, Trench Digger, one Reuters News, Desolé a long way from them, and then comes Combat and Seretic at last. They straighten up, Wage Freeze on the outside, the leader a half-length Kibriya, Quinn first to go for the whip on Kibriya, but Wage Freeze looking good. 150 out, Wage Freeze, Moses, hands and heels, a length and a half, Kibriya, then Trench Digger, Cakewalk, Reuters News and Walking Home, but it's all Wage Freeze, he's too good. And Wage Freeze to the line, has won it convincingly from Reuters News and Kibriya, close to the minors.
And Wage Freeze, ridden by Kevin Moses, not long back from a riding stint in Ireland, trained by Neville Begg. The lucky last was the Hong Kong handicap, and here's Sir Centurion and Canada were the favourites in the blinding rain.
And the leader still is Roimac, about a length on Stanford and Ara King. Behind them, Don Bosco. And then comes Brother Nero and Sir Centurion pulling to the outside. And Canada's a fair way back in the field as they race to the 200. And Roimac, the leader, a length and a quarter clear now. Second, Brother Nero, followed by Latin Anvil down the outside. Roimac in front of Brother Nero, Latin Anvil on the outer. Roimac ridden for dear life. He's going to hang on and win the last. And Roimac, a clever ride. It's Roimac, ridden by Pat Haitana, brother of Hayden. Roimac has beaten Brother Nero and Latin Anvil, and then came Space Lab.
We'll take these ingredients for a Metropolitan win. The winner of only 2 previous races from 17 starts. The winner of only $3,500 previously in prize money. A last start last at Randwick, the start before that last at Gosford, the start before that 10th of 11 Casino. That's why it started 200 to 1 Roimac, trained by Albert Haitana and ridden by his brother Pat. Now it's time for the trebles. Number 3, No Brass, 6 Jogger and Wage. Number 7, Wage Freeze. The treble paid $145.80. And the daily double paid $47.40. And the extra double on 1, Coi Coi San, and 10, Roimac. Didn't pay enough, $561.30. Seeing Roimac started at 200 to 1. That's about it for Canterbury yesterday. We'll be back after this break with all the big Melbourne Cup news from Flemington. One of the greats of greats led in his 31st Derby winner. The trot started back in 1949 with the legendary Playboy, and there have been 30 since then. Riding honours at Flemington, went to Queensland's Mick Dittman with a winning double, and also young Darren Gauchi also rode 2 winners. Race 1 was the Maribrynong Plate for the 2-year-olds. How Proud was an easing favourite. Big money for New Atlantis, the South Australian, and also Eminency.
In a well-bunched field. As they came past the 500 now, follow me through How Proud. Tackled by New Atlantis out wide and No Parole. Eminency's run into a pocket. He's going to need luck on the inside. With 300 to go, New Atlantis out wide, went up to join the leaders. It's New Atlantis, No Parole. Eminency got interfered with, and New Atlantis took the lead out wide from No Parole. How Proud, and now Eminency getting going. This is a mighty colt, New Atlantis. He's right out of the box. New Atlantis races away, wins by 2.5 lengths to Eminency, ahead away No Parole.
New Atlantis is sired by Francis Bacon. The sire of Francis Comet was ridden by 52-year-old grandfather Des Coleman, and he's an outstanding youngster, but Eminency certainly had no luck. Race 2 is the Black Douglas Stakes, and they're racing on the inside and the outside down the straight 6. County and High Signal was well back, 4s into 9 to 4.
They're the only 3 out there. Sunfill led at the 500, about a length. The County out after him now from Testimony is Hanging Solitaire Love. Viscop putting in a run over on the inside from Contemplation, and down the outside Star Pyramid 2 lengths to High Signal, starting to run on from Meticulous under the whip. County took the lead on the flat side, but the outside's in front. High Signal went to the lead, and he's a mile in front, High Signal, from Star Pyramid, and County on the rails. Hall goes for the whip on High Signal out wide. Dark Rhythm finishing well. County on the fence. High Signal and County go to the line, and High Signal wins it. A half length to County, Dark Rhythm third.
A Brilliant Century colt, High Signal, part owned by Mark Reed, trained by Henry Davis, has now won 3 out of 4 starts. And I think Davis has seen the folly of starting High Signal over 1,400 metres. Race 3 was the Carbine Club Stakes. Here, Brash Son, a stablemate to High Signal, was odds on. But Brave Salute, those who took the favourite on were spot on with their judgment.
Brash Son having everything thrown at it in 4th place, and there followed then further back in the field by Kayaru's Kid. But Brave Salute went to the lead. This is not in the race, Brash Son. Brave Salute in front of the 200 from Pago Jean on the outside, then Wentworth and Brash Son. Brave Salute holding Pago Jean, who ducked in, and the haze polish on Brave Salute sees him stride away now. And Brave Salute's won at a length and a half, Pago Jean. 4 lengths away third, Brash Son followed.
And that winner is a son of the 1976 Caulfield Cup winner, How Now, 1:34.6 for the metric mile, the fastest time ever recorded, and the winner is owned by Robert Sangster and trained by Colin Hayes. Race 4, the one you've been waiting for, Red Anchor in the VRC Derby.
Racing. And So Torrid balked at the start and lost about 3 lengths. And Goldeck and Calenza first out from Lord of Camelot, Red Anchor. Spirit of Kingston being smothered up with Clovelly Bay, and on the outside Luxor Lottery, then National Gallery, and So Torrid picked up the field in last place. Out of the straight, Calenza the pacemaker led about 3 parts of a length to Luxor Lottery. A length and a half further back then came Goldeck. 2 lengths to 4th is Red Anchor. A length and a half Lord of Camelot and Clovelly Bay. A length and a half National Gallery. A half length the Spirit of Kingston, and last So Torrid. 2,000 out. Calenza's going to make this a truly run race. He's 2 lengths in front of Luxor Lottery. 3 lengths away Goldeck. 4 or 5 to Red Anchor, who's settled down well. 2.5 Lord of Camelot and Clovelly Bay pulling. 2 lengths to National Gallery. 1.5 So Torrid, and last is the filly Spirit of Kingston. 1,700 out, and Calenza's rider putting the brakes on now. A length and a half Luxor Lottery, and 1.5 then further back Goldeck. 2.5 to Red Anchor, a length and a half Lord of Camelot and Clovelly Bay. 1 to So Torrid on the inside of National Gallery, and a length and a half to Spirit of Kingston. Heading to the 1,400, the leader Calenza. Led about a length or so to Goldeck, now going up second to try and clap the pace on again. Half a length to Luxor Lottery, and about 4 lengths to Red Anchor 4th. 1 to Lord of Camelot, a half Clovelly Bay. 1 to So Torrid, a half National Gallery, and 2 lengths away last Spirit of Kingston. 1,200 out Calenza, a length and a half Goldeck. 3 parts away then came Luxor Lottery, about 5 lengths to Red Anchor. A length to Lord of Camelot, 1 to Clovelly Bay, a length and a half to So Torrid. National Gallery at its girth, and 2 away last is Spirit of Kingston. Past 1,000, and Calenza still about a length to Goldeck, a length and a half Luxor Lottery. 3 lengths to Red Anchor, he's sitting very quietly on it. 2 lengths to Clovelly Bay, National Gallery being pulled out 3 deep to go around it, and Lord of Camelot, and then So Torrid and Spirit of Kingston. They pack up now, 700 out. We'll find out who can stay, Calenza and Goldeck. 2 lengths to Luxor Lottery, a half to Red Anchor moving up on the outside. National Gallery's got up behind it now from Clovelly Bay, still last into the straight, Spirit of Kingston. 400 to go. Goldeck and Calenza with Red Anchor about to tackle them and quickly grabbed them and took the lead. Red Anchor's in front. National Gallery's the challenger. He's had to go for the whip on National Gallery, though. Then came Clovelly Bay and Spirit of Kingston, but go Red, and look at him go. Red Anchor racing away. 4, 5, 6 in front of National Gallery. Then Clovelly Bay and Goldeck. But little Red Anchor's going to trot in the Derby. Wins pulling up by 4.5 lengths to National Gallery. 2 lengths away third, Clovelly Bay from Gold.
And what a way to earn $195,000 for the connections of Red Anchor, who have recently, after the race, refused a $5 million Arab offer for Red Anchor. He's only the 6th horse in the history of racing to win the Cox Plate and VRC Derby double. The runner-up National Gallery is a full brother to Grosvenor, who won the Victorian Derby in 1982. Jack Greathead, the Greater Queensland racing breeding expert, tells me that his sire Red Anchor has won up to 3,800 metres, and Decoy Boy, the sire of the dam, won 5 two-year-old races in 1969 over 1,000 metres. So that's a blending of speed and also stamina for Red Anchor, and what a horse he is. Race 5, the Pure Pack Stakes over 1,200 metres, a betting duel between River Rough and Mighty Avenger up the straight.
Then Red Tempo, Chagemar locked up from Muffler, and Regal Advice under the whip on the outside. River Rough looks to be cantering alongside this leader at the 300, Foystaan. Royal Troubadour's locked in a pocket from Pinson. Gauchi says go now on River Rough. He gets to the lead from Foystaan. Royal Troubadour, he's let it out from Pinson. It's River Rough in front, though, as they get near the post, and he'll win. River Rough scores a half length of Pinson. The Flying Chagemar might have got third just in front of Royal Troubadour.
And that's a second successive Pure Pack for River Rough, and trainer Bob Hoysted of Manikato fame will set him for the $40,000 Lynn Lithgow Stakes next Thursday. Race 6, the McKinnon Stakes, a good Melbourne Cup trial here from Alibi and Bounty Hawk, and also watch the run of Affinity, because stewards later chipped Pat Highland for his riding tactics.
Rosh and Colonial Flag and Golleen, they're all up there vying for the lead, and Alibi with them. Golleen surprisingly just in front, settling down from Rosh. Alibi ahead away third, and then Colonial Flag from Labrici. Bounty Hawk dropped in on the fence from Irish Lord, and last Affinity. Rosh takes over now, going to the 1,700, a length and a half. Alibi, a half Golleen third. Colonial Flag 3 deep. Then Labrici, 3 parts. Bounty Hawk, a length and a half. Affinity on the outside of Irish Lord. Rosh the leader, 1,500 metres out, a little over a length to Alibi. On the rails, Golleen. Colonial Flag 3 deep on the outside. Thompson will have to boot up. A length and a half Labrici, 3 parts Bounty Hawk, a length and a half Affinity, and 2 to Irish Lord. Roche in front, 1200 out, but now Colonial Flag booted up to join him. 2 lengths Galeen, the Rails, and Alibi outside it. They've really sprinted. 3 lengths to Labrici, 2.5 lengths Bounty Hawk, another 2 to Affinity, and 1 to Irish Lord. Colonial Flag in front, 1,100 metres to go in the McKinnon. 3 parts only now to Alibi. A length away, Roche. Galeen switches around it, and then 2 lengths away, Bounty Hawk, who moved up to put Labrici in a pocket. 3 lengths to Affinity and a half to Irish Lord. Thompson's got the brakes on again on Colonial Flag at the 800. At his girth, Alibi, a length and a half, Roche, and a neck away on the outside, Galeen. 2 lengths, Labrici ahead to Bounty Hawk. Affinity easing out 3 deep, and Irish Lord last on the corner. 600 out, Colonial Flag, a half to Alibi. Now coming out is Galeen and 4 deep. Bounty Hawk's travelling very well at this stage. They were followed then by Labrici switching round their heels. Colonial Flag at the 400, a length to Alibi. Bounty Hawk looked to be coasting from Galeen, and Labrici working home on the outside. Colonial Flag still a neck in front. Alibi trying to get to it, and now Bounty Hawk called on. Galeen trying to get out, and then Labrici. It's Bounty Hawk racing up to the leader. Alibi took the lead. Bounty Hawk coming at it. Galeen hasn't got much room. Bounty Hawk got to Alibi. The 2 of them fight it out. Alibi won't give in. Bounty Hawk does best. Wins it a half deck to Alibi. A length to Galeen, a great run third.
Bounty Hawk went to the line NKA for Harry White, and that's not knocked about. Bounty Hawk is aiming to give Bart Cummings his 8th Melbourne Cup win on Tuesday. Only 2 horses in the history of racing have won the McKinnon Stakes Melbourne Cup double. They're rising fast back in 1954 and Rain Lover in 1968. Can Bounty Hawk make the treble on Tuesday? We'll see about it then. Race 7 was the Dalgety Stakes. Here, Chagemar was a good Melbourne Cup trial along with Black Knight.
Chagemar 4 deep, then Black Knight. Next in the field, Look Aloft and Fox Seal. He's missed a bus, I reckon. Down to the 300, Chagemar out wide has gone up to join Saddleback and Forward Charge fighting on. Then Baglager Boy, Black Knight to the outside, Look Aloft. Now he's off on Fox Seal, too late. Chagemar and Saddleback fighting back desperately on the inside. It's just in front. Chagemar draws level from Forward Charge. Chagemar put its head in front. It's close. Chagemar's one at a nose. Saddleback, a length away, Black Knight.
And Chagemar drops 1.5 kilos in Tuesday's Cup, and his price has been slashed for that race. Race 8 is the Wakeful Stakes over 2,000 metres. An Oaks trial here, Centauria, the winner of 5 out of previous 7 starts. Sauna also was well in the market with Trichelle, a look-alike full sister to Gurner's Lane, who cost $700,000 as a yearling.
Centauria led. Trichelle, Thompson's looking everywhere to see where Sauna is. He's cantering on it. Then stopped snoozing. Sauna trying to get out on the fence, and they were followed now by Tristram's Girl. But Trichelle's, I reckon it's got another motor there when he lets it go. And it charged away at the 200 from Centauria, stopped snoozing. Our Lafite coming with a big run out wide. Trichelle in front. Our Lafite might get over the top of it. Our Lafite going 10 to their 1, and it's going to get up, Our Lafite. A flying finish by Our Lafite to beat Trichelle. Either Stop Snoozing or Tristram Rose.
The Sovereign Edition filly finished well for trainer Neville Begg. Now time to have a look at the trebles and doubles information from Flemington yesterday. All the ones, top of the wazzer, 1 Red Anchor, 1 River Rough and 1 Chagemar. The treble $17, the double $14.60 at Flemington. And the extra double on number 6 Bounty Hawk and 12 Our Lafite pay the princely sum of $89.80. That's all the news from
Canton. Canton fast away. Citrine showing a lot of speed with Swiftport driving through along the rail. Then Moon Cutter followed by Sovereign Diamonds, and Yesterday's Gone going through along the inside of Caldwell, trapped out a little wide. Baron Red in that leading group with Dancing Chief, and then a break to Sayurga, followed by Vita Vuri Skadon. A long way back is Secret Zephyr with Bo Zephyr, and Blue Bolero's at the tail of the field as heads a turn for home. Northern Diamond in front, 450 metres out, joined by Wincanton on the outside. Swiftport's under the whip. Citrine coming at them strongly, and then Baron Red and Dancing Chief at the 250. Northern Diamond travelling well, still leads by 2 lengths. Citrine's under pressure now. Baron Red battling on, and then Swiftport, but Northern Diamond is clear with 100 metres left to go. He's travelling comfortably. Citrine trying hard from Swiftport and Baron Red, but Northern Diamond will lead most of the way. Northern Diamond first, Citrine second, Baron Red maybe third, just in front of Swiftport. Then Bo Zephyr, a good one.
Sure, there's more wins in store for Northern Diamond. He won with plenty in reserve there. The second event, the Fig Tree Pocket Graduation, and the Country Galloper Red Shirt. He had a very erratic course in the straight. In fact, he finished right on the extreme outside fence. In a very tricky photo, he gained the decision from Harrow. The favourite Winning Design was awkwardly placed at the home turn. I feel he's worthy of another chance. He wasn't suited by the dawdling pace. But Red Shirt last early. That's him on the outside, going back to last in the red colours, and he sustains a long run to score quite well in the finish.
Harrow's third last when they settled down. A length away, Crew Air, and Red Shirt immediately dropped out to the tail of the field. Plausible in front at the end of 250 metres. He leads by a long neck over Big Cheer with Grand Grey a length and a half away third. A half length to Winning Design fourth, and then 1.5 to Rockathon, who's pulling on the inside of Harrow. A length and a half to Crew Air and 2 lengths to Red Shirt. That's the order. 1,300 metres left to go. Plausible in front, but keen to go faster. Big Cheer a neck away second. Grand Grey third on the rail, and Winning Design appears to be travelling well in fourth spot. Then 1 to Rockathon, giving the rider a very hard ride. He's pulling double, and the boys high in the irons. Harrow moving up on the outside, keeping Rockathon in a pocket. 2 lengths to Crew Air and 2 lengths to Red Shirt at the tail. Striding past the 1,000, going towards the 800 on the Nudgee roadside. And Plausible strode away to be a neat length in front. Big Cheer second. Grand Grey a half length away third. Then Winning Design, who's out a little wide now on the outside of Harrow. 1 to Rockathon, a half Crew Air. And Red Shirt hooked out 3 wide to start a run from the tail of the field. 650 metres left to go. Plausible a half in front of Grand Grey, who's quickly off the rail. Big Cheer out 3 wide. Winning Design will have to come 4 deep, and Red Shirt's 5 wide approaching the turn. Harrow's become snagged up behind those. Crew Air's got a beautiful split in the centre. Oh, Winning Design got into trouble. He was shuffled back to the tail of the field. Grand Grey went to the lead, straightening up at the 400. Crew Air's tackled him, then Harrow in the centre. Further out, Red Shirt and Winning Design. Crew Air went to the lead at the 200-metre mark. Harrow's going with him. They've dropped Grand Grey. It's Crew Air, Harrow and Red Shirt on the extreme outside rail. Harrow near the inside's taken the lead from Crew Air and Red Shirt. Harrow in front. Crew Air and Red Shirt are trying to go with him. Red Shirt's under the judge's box. Harrow's on the inside rail, but I think Harrow, I think, from Red Shirt and Crew Air, but they're wide apart.
Impossible angle there with the photo going to Red Shirt right on the extreme outside fence. And I think Red Shirt, if he can mend his ways, is a horse capable of winning in graduation class right through up to open company around about the 1,800 metres. Then came the Rockley Flying at Eagle Farm yesterday, and this was the star performer of the day, Prince Frolic, a great 3-year-old. He's just in a little bit of trouble about the 200 metres. You'll notice him angling for a run, and once he gets into the clear, Prince Frolic really outclasses his opposition. He's exploded away. They're scored by 2.5 lengths.
And Spaniard making ground, but he's strapped out a little wide. Then Grey Conic drifting back to about third last, Swerve second last, and a half length to Eldarina. Some unit in front, 1,100 left to go, and leads by 3 parts of a length over Tricateur. Spaniard 2 lengths away third. Then 2 to Concord Stage on the inside of Grey Conic, a length and a half to Prince Frolic, a length and a half to Swerve, and still the 8-year-old Eldarina at the tail of the field. Some unit in front, 900 metres left to go. He leads by 3 parts of a length over Tricateur. Spaniard third and travelling boldly. A half length away Concord Stage, and Grey Conic's going up 3 wide. Then 1.5 to Prince Frolic, 1 to Swerve, and 1.5 to Eldarina. Some unit in front over the crossing at the 600. Tricateur a length away. Spaniard third on the rail. Then Concord Stage and Grey Conic still out 3 wide. 2 lengths to Prince Frolic in front of Swerve, and Eldarina Absolute as they spin the bend. 450 metres out. Duffy shook some unit up. He raced 3 lengths in front. Concord Stage is running up into second spot. Then Spaniard. Prince Frolic's looking for a run. He's jagged up at the moment and coming to the extreme outside. Some units the leader. 200 to go from Concord Stage. Spaniard's under the whip, and now Prince Frolic is hitting top gear. Some unit leads 150 to go, but the favourite's mowing him down. Prince Frolic's taken the lead from Some Unit, and Swerve running on, and Prince Frolic comes away for a big win. Prince Frolic first, Some Unit second, Swerve third, then Spaniard.
No doubt he's a class 3-year-old Prince Frolic. He's defeated Red Anchor in the winter in the Castlemaine Stakes, and I'm sure QTC officials are already licking their lips in anticipation of a return clash of this pair at Eagle Farm at the start of the next winter carnival. We'll show you now the slow motion just about the 200 metres. You'll notice Bill Goodwin in a little bit of trouble on Prince Frolic. He's coming to the outside of Concord Stage. In fact, it caused a little bit of interference there to Swerve. Goodwin was subsequently fined $100 for steering an erratic course there and causing the inconvenience. But this stage, it's Some Unit. Duffy goes for the whip. He looks to be holding a commanding lead, but quickly Prince Frolic catches up that leeway, and watch him really stretch out over the final 100 metres. This is an outstanding galloper, Prince Frolic. I don't think they can beat him next week in the Brisbane handicap, even though he's going to have to carry a little bit more weight. 53.5 kilos yesterday. I would think he would have earned 1.5 to 2 kilos with that performance yesterday. It was most convincing. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and return to look at races 4 to 8.
Once you protect...
In great style. He just nailed Gallant Fred, the leader, in the final couple of bounds, and Box Prince battling on strongly for third. Quistador, the favourite, so disappointing in finishing fourth, but I feel that he was just anchored by a big weight yesterday.
Cassie's Kid moving to third in front of Exquisite. Budrum Girl making ground, and then Exchange Lad trapped a little wide. A length away, Quistador. Then one to Malara Lad on the inside of Windspear. A length and a half to Box On around Sold on Gold from Bolano's Pride, Soroman Thracian. Conti Galatola third last from Rundle Princess, and Supreme Optimist had dropped out to the rear. Gallant Fred the leader, 600 metres left to go. By 3 parts of a length over Play It Alone. Cassie's Kid third, Exquisite fourth on the rail. A length away, Budrum Girl, and then Exchange Lad, followed by Quistador, Malara Lad. Windspear to the outside with Box On, and they're followed by Bolano's Pride as heads are turned for home. Gallant Fred in front at the straight at the 300-metre mark. Budrum Girl running up into second spot, then Play It Alone. Quistador's coming to the outside, and then Exquisite, and Box On wider out. Gallant Fred leads, 200 metres left to go. Budrum Girl the danger. Malara Lad and Quistador are battling on, but Gallant Fred's in front with 150 to go. Malara Lad trying hard, going after Gallant Fred. He's coming fast. Oh, gee, it's another close one. Gallant Fred and Malara Lad lunge right on the line. Toss of the coin between Gallant Fred and Malara Lad. Box On may have run third from Budrum Girl.
Powerful finish there from Malara Lad, and Watson really looked a very polished rider as he pulled the whip over the final 100 metres. He's a very, very promising young jockey. Fifth event was the Corinda Graduation, and Brilliant Beauty, another first-up win. She scored at the opening of her campaigns on the last 4 occasions. Trainer Evan Hartley deserved this success. He scratched the mare on 4 occasions in recent weeks because of rain-affected going. Yesterday he had a firm track, and Brilliant Beauty did the rest. Manor Born makes a late lunge to just fail. Alchemia third. It's a very bumping finish over the final 200 metres.
Started at the end of a couple of 100 metres. High Sport in front, tackled by Soncor. Our Gagnon's making a line of 3, and they've raced 2.5 lengths clear of Lady Luster on the inside of Brilliant Beauty. A length away, Shant on the inside of Alchemia, and then a length and a half to Sovereign Patch, followed by Plum Lucky. 2 lengths to Manor Born on the inside of Mr. Olympus and Life's Ambition. Ripper Risk is second last, and Avon's Mark at the rear. Our Gagnon went to the front before the turn at the 500-metre mark, leads by a length over Soncor. High Sport third on the rail. Brilliant Beauty easing 3 wide, and then Alchemia followed by Lady Luster. Sean taken to the outside, and Sovereign Patch looking for inside runs when they turn. 350 to go. Soncor went to the lead from Our Gagnon, tackled by Brilliant Beauty. Alchemia on the outside. Lady Luster's going for the split, or High Sport almost got chopped out. Shot coming right down the outside. Brilliant Beauty's taken the lead. 100 to go from Alchemia on the outside. Manor Born's flying at the end. Brilliant Beauty in front. Manor Born's cutting it down. Another close one. Brilliant Beauty. Brilliant Beauty from Manor Born in a closey. Alchemia maybe third from Sovereign.
Great finish there to the graduation, with Brilliant Beauty just holding off Manor Born. There's an inquiry pending into interference suffered just inside the 200 metres. We'll show you the slow motion now of this incident. At this stage, it's Brilliant Beauty in the black colours, about 4 off the fence going to the lead. But have a look over towards the inside in the green colours is Sovereign Patch, disappointed. And on his outside is High Sport and Lady Luster, the grey mare, having a bumping duel here. High Sport's cut out badly. You can see the 3-year-old really in lots of trouble there. Glenn Killen has to check him severely, and Sovereign Patch unable to get a run anywhere over on the inside. He was probably the unlucky runner. It's Brilliant Beauty just in front of Soncor, Alchemia the grey on the outside, and Manor Born coming with a late run in the blinkers. But Brilliant Beauty clear, Cyril Small riding it desperately with the whip. Alchemia, Neil Williams the grey out wide. Lady Luster the grey on the inside poking through, and Sovereign Patch just 2 out from her in the green colours, now getting a go on once he's into the clear in a very good first up performance. But it's Brilliant Beauty just holding on from Manor Born, who looks one to follow. Sixth event was the Oxley Handicap, and Lord Meady's back in the city winning list. He landed at this corresponding meeting 2 years ago. He was subsequently second in the Queensland Cup. He may have earned a cup run with this performance yesterday when he ran on strongly to defeat Triflax and Owen Prince, who looked the winner in the straight, just a shade disappointing the last 100 metres.
Prize dash decidedly in Dancing Man. Ward's Mistake coming across, but trapped a little wide at the winning post the first time. Owen Prince is second last, and Prince Summit had immediately dropped out to the tail of the field. Triflax and his favourite role went to the lead on the turn out of the straight at the 1900-metre mark. El Rey a length and a half second, a half away Lord Meady's, and then Wonder Prize Dash, who's 3 wide on the turn out of the straight. Another length and a half to decidedly inside Ward's Mistake, and second, Wonder Magic Cobbler. A half to Dancing Man, a break of 3 lengths to Own Prince and 2 to Prince Summit. Prize Dash, after being trapped wide, straight up on the outside of Triflax at the 1600-metre mark, and the Grey's about to run to the lead. Prize Dash moved away to be 3 parts of a length in front of Triflax. El Rey a length and a half back third. Then Wonder Lord Meady's a length and a half towards Mistake on the outside of Decidedly. A break to Magic Cobbler, around Dancing Man. Own Prince is second last, and 3 lengths to Prince Summit at the tail. They've gone past the 1300-metre mark now, and Triflax using the inside, again kicked up on the inside of Prize Dash and held the Grey wide. Prize Dash leads by a long neck over Triflax as they run onto the top turn. A length and a half away El Rey, and then 1.5 to Lord Meady's, who's fourth on the rail. 3 parts to Ward's Mistake, trapped a little wide on the outside of Decidedly, and then 2 to Dancing Man. Another half length to Magic Cobbler, now starting a run in front of Own Prince, and 4 lengths to Prince Summit. 800 metres left to go. Prize Dash has worked hard on the outside. He leads by a half length to Triflax, continuing to hold the rail. El Rey's off the fence now, but hard ridden. Then Lord Meady's making ground on the paint. A half away Ward's Mistake, 1.5 Decidedly given a cut with the whip. Now Duffy's bringing Own Prince wide, starting a run from Magic Cobbler, Dancing Man, and Prince Summit Absolute as they run onto the turn with 450 to go. Triflax and Prize Dash, they turn together. Lord Meady's right behind them. Ward's Mistake wider out. Then El Rey. Own Prince to the extreme outside, and Dancing Man. Triflax kicking, went to the lead at the 250. Lord Meady's is into the clear now. Then Prize Dash under pressure, and Own Prince right down the outside. Triflax in front, 150 to go. Lord Meady's trying hard to run him down from Own Prince. Lord Meady's and Triflax, they're slogging it out. Lord Meady's coming at Triflax. He lunged, he won. The top weight got up to score. Lord Meady's beat Triflax. Own Prince has run third, then Prize Dash decided.
Mike Pelling completing a winning double there with a nice ride on Lord Meady's. 7th event was the first Sherwood Novice, and it went to Cabaret Kingdom. A little bit disappointing in his previous start, but trainer Ian Hocking was adamant the horse wasn't suited on a rain-affected track, and he was back to his best form yesterday to score for Darren Rewald. Lord Hussar ran an improved race for second, and Carbine, the favourite, battled on strongly for third.
Fuystaan from out wide, and Zacchio Girl very quickly away in front of Lord Hussar, Cabaret Kingdom and Little Mimi. Carbine driving through along the rail, and then Gay Burney midfield on the outside of Patola Laddie, and another Blitz going right up along the rail. Princess Jan out 4 wide in front of Inner Click, then Gerald Road, Fairy Planet, and 3 lengths away was Luskin Prince at the tail of the field. Fuystaan the leader in the run to the Nudgee roadside past the 1,000-metre mark and leads by 2 lengths to Lord Hussar. A break of 2 to Zacchio Girl, and then 1.5 to Princess Jan on the outside of Little Mimi. Another length and a half to Carbine, midfield past the 800 on the inside of Cabaret Kingdom, then 2 to another Bletch. 1 to Patola Laddie on the outside of Inner Click. Luskin Prince starting a run with Fairy Planet. Gerald Road second last, and Gay Burney whipped them in. Fuystaan snuck away before the turn at the 500-metre mark. Leads by 4 lengths over Lord Hussar. Princess Jan on the outside. Then Little Mimi, followed by Cabaret Kingdom, hooked very deep in front of another Bletch, Fairy Planet, and Carbine back towards the rail. Fuystaan in front. 300 metres left to go. Old Lord Hussar grabbing him quickly from Little Mimi on the outside. Cabaret Kingdom and Carbine slicing through near the rail. Lord Hussar went to the lead at the 200 from Cabaret Kingdom and Carbine. Lord Hussar in front. Cabaret Kingdom and Carbine are trying to reach him. Lord Hussar, Cabaret Kingdom on the outside. The pair of them split the line. Cabaret Kingdom got up to beat Lord Hussar. Carbine has run third. Gerald Road, a big run to be fourth.
Yes, it was a good run by the 4th place getter Gerald Road. I think he might be one to follow over a little bit more ground than 1,500 metres. Final event was the second Graceful Graduation, and more today. Well tried for a first-up run here. Trainer Jim Griffiths had him well prepared. He's just too strong for Madam Breyer in the straight after looking in some trouble at the 200M.
Flying from his outside gate, and he's raced across the face of the field in the space of 200 metres more today, and he shot to the lead on the first turn. Agro Khan second, Madam Breyer third on the outside of Confinate, and then King Ruffle a length away, Kayaru Kylie. Wonder Burley Bay making a little ground on the fence on the inside of Roy Fern Avenue. A break of 3 lengths to All Amber, followed by Swap Style, then Windsor Song, Umpteen Tyne, Dino's Lear, Malachite second last, and Coi Lad dropped out to the rear, short of 600 to go. More today, held together, leads by a length over Madam Briar, Agro Khan's third. King Ruffle fourth, a little wide coming around the turn, and then Confinate, followed by Kairu Kylie, Royfern Avenue, and Burley Bay to the outside. They're in the straight at the 350. More today in front. Tackled by Madam Briar, Agro Khan and Kairu Kylie. He's under the whip more today, but he leads at the 200-metre mark. Madam Briar's coming after him now from Agro Khan. Kairu Kylie can't reach them. More today still in front, 150 to go. He's kicked again. Duffy's throwing everything at Madam Briar, but More today's holding him. Crilly riding hard on More today, and he leads all the way. More today beat Madam Briar. Royfern Avenue third, Kairu Kylie fourth.
Frustrating day there for ace rider Gavin Duffy. Second again on Madam Briar. That gave him 3 seconds for the day, but I'm sure that Duff will be back bigger and brighter than ever next week, determined to make amends. They were the 8 events from Eagle Farm yesterday. Look now at the TAB information. The double numbers 4 and 2 paid $230.80, and the treble combination, all the even numbers, 4, 4 and 2, and the dividend healthy one, $513.40. Don't forget, we'll be back in the program, deluge, which hit Sydney. So looks like Randwick is regaining its place as one of the great wet weather tracks in Australia. You'll notice that the going's not too bad at all. Eureka Stockade landed the first and landed it in great style. The Tommy Smith trained 3-year-old started 6 to 4. Second favourite, but was far too good for Mount Tamboo and Sir Etiquette, who was heavily backed a distant third.
As they top the rise from Irish Jade, Sir Etiquette and Deb Rossi. Eureka Stockade with 300 to run has kicked away from Mount Tamboo. The first favourite, Eureka Stockade's in no danger with 100 to run. It's well clear of Mount Tamboo, and Sir Etiquette was next from Irish Jade, but it's all Eureka Stockade, and Eureka Stockade scores by 5 to Mount Tamboo. 4 lengths away third, Sir Etiquette.
Been a lot of big spending at the station lately, so we'll have to pay for some of the long lunches. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the second race from Randwick, the other side of this commercial break. Yesterday was the Lowland Handicap over 1,200 metres, and punters who sent out the filly Coi Coi San as an odds-on favourite were very pleased with themselves all the way. She scored by 6 lengths from Ladanis, and great chance of fading third.
Out of it, and at the 400 up the rise. Coi Coi San the inside, and Desert Vale the outer, by for the front. They're 3 lengths on Hardy Red, and they were followed by Ladanis running on from Sunset Blessing. Coi Coi San has dropped Desert Vale at the 200 and has kicked away. If you're on the favourite, get in the queue. Desert Vale is starting to stop, running on as Ladanis, followed by Great Chance and Sunset Blessing, but Coi Coi San's going to win and win easily. Coi Coi San by 4 lengths to Ladanis. Third Great Chance on the inside.
Very impressive win there to Coi Coi San. Third event was the Farmer's Daughters Handicap, and it went to Kibriya, ridden by Wayne Harris. Very big plunge here on Jewel of Light. Looks certain to come off at the 200 metres. You'll notice Jewel of Light get into second place quickly in the red colours, but Kibriya responded well to Harris's riding.
Just the leader. Kibriya on its outside, coming into its Fleet Invader. Rimshard further out. They were followed by Cheval d'Azar, and here's Jewel of Light starting to unwind. Kibriya in front. Jewel of Light is threatening with 100 left to run. Kibriya and Jewel of Light. Jewel of Light and Kibriya are locked together. Kibriya the inside and Jewel of Light. Harris is getting plenty out of Kibriya. It's too good for them, and Kibriya is going to land the money from Jewel of Light. Kibriya by a half. Jewel of Light 5 lengths away in third position was Fleet Invader.
16-year-old apprentice John Clate landed his first Randwick winner when Jacks bolted in with the welter handicap. He claimed the leader, Smoky Dale, about the 200M, and it's him in the breastplate and the red cap, and he really came away in the final 200 metres.
Away Tandrio, Hermod is working into the picture. They were followed by Cakewalk. Jacks went to the lead from Smoky Dale. It looks a beaten force, and Jacks is going well. Hermod is holding third from Tandrio, Cakewalk and Torpedo Bay, but Jacks at the 100 is asserting its superiority and coming away from Smoky Dale. Battling on as Cakewalk with Hermod, but it's Jacks. And Jacks is going to win by 5 lengths to Smoky Dale. Third in the event was Cakewalk.
An exciting finish to the long welter with Gaudeamus just finishing a little better than the 3 on his inside to score in a photo from Temerity and Zamboanga. The favourite Kibriya led at the 200 metres and was still not far away in 4th place at the finish.
Zamboanga is still worrying them on the outside as Zepatire's gone. Gaudeamus was next. Kibriya the leader. On the outside it's Temerity getting to it. Zamboanga and Gaudeamus is joining in. Kibriya under the whip is fighting on from Temerity. Zamboanga and Gaudeamus are getting to them. It's Kibriya and Gaudeamus wide out between them. Temerity. Gaudeamus is doing better than Kibriya. Temerity and Zamboanga, and Gaudeamus gets the money. Gaudeamus wins by 3/4 of a length to Temerity. A nose away third, Zamboanga, and a nose up on the fence.
Next was the Caesar handicap for the 2-year-old colts, and it became a 2-horse war for Papa and Wilk's Son. You notice Wilk's Son just takes the home turn awkwardly, and raced a little ungenerously for 100 metres or so. It probably cost him victory because there was only a half neck in it at the finish. It's for Papa on the outside of Wilkes' Son, who's one off the fence.
And Targlish looking for a run from Tropical Prince over the rise. For Papa in front of Wilkes' Son. Rash flies under the whip. Targlish can't get a crack at them at the moment. Inside the 200 for Papa in front of Wilkes' Son. They've now got it between them. It's for Papa and Wilkes' Son. Wilkes' Son coming again. Wilkes' Son and for Papa. Stride for stride for Papa's put a 10 in front, and for Papa's going to win the money. For Papa got the prize by a nose over Wilkes' Son. Third was Targlish.
Like the finishing effort of the third place getter Targlish, he might soon be in the winning list. Seventh event, the Lord Handicap over 1,000 metres, and the grand old sprinter Razor Sharp was too strong for him. He's back in about 7th place at this stage, but watch for his storming finish down the outside.
Down the outside, Bain Carryaway with Razor Sharp. The leader is No Brass. Sprightly Night is giving plenty, coming at them. Flying Nugget this century, and Razor Sharp down the outside. No Brass, and on the outside coming at them is Razor Sharp. Razor Sharp is moving to No Brass. Oh, the big fellow's going to get the money. Razor Sharp racing away, and Razor Sharp wins by a length and a half to No Brass. Third's a toss-up between Flying Nugget and this century.
A marvellous campaigner Razor Sharp has been over a long period of time. There's life in the old boy yet. Final event was the Picnic Day Handicap over 1,400 metres. Luskin Flight at this stage is about 5th on the outside in the blinkers. De Montfort winding him up. He's coming quickly now. Essential is back in about 6th place in yellow colours. Tries to follow Luskin Flight through, but Luskin Flight hitting the lead here about the 200M. De Montfort just hands and heels. Here's Essential, one in from the outside, and Cobal right down the outside gets third. But Luskin Flight well clear as they get inside the distance. De Montfort just keeping him going hands and heels. Essential was able to pull a bit of ground off him the last 100M, but really never looked a threat to overhaul the leader, Luskin Flight. So the 8 events from Randwick yesterday. We'll look now at the double and treble information. Firstly, the double. Thank you. So the double numbers 2 and 1, had an awful fright there for a minute. $104.90. The treble 2, 2 and 1, paid $812.40. If we can stretch a friendship, we'll have the extra double. We have 1 and 5, paid $17.90. What a team. We'll take a break now. Look now at the Flemington meeting yesterday. It was the final day of the 4-day Melbourne Cup program, and what a great feast of racing it's been at Flemington this week. Yesterday was a fast track and some excellent racing again. The first went to Metric Turmoil, who stages a strong late finish to nail the heavily backed Lazy Dynamite in front at this stage and appeared to be going like a winner, but raced most ungenerously from this point.
Benny. Magic Turmoil out in the centre, but at the 300-metre mark he called on Lazy Dynamite. It shot clear, led about 3 lengths and looked well out in front now from Red Zavada. Magic Turmoil out in the centre is coming home well inside the 200. Lazy Dynamite flicking the tail up, it's the leader, but Magic Turmoil's pecking it back quickly. Then Red Zavada, Magic Turmoil moving up on the outside. Metric Turmoil takes the lead from Lazy Dynamite, and Metric Turmoil's got up to win the first, a length and a quarter. Second, Lazy Dynamite. Charge D'Affaire came home well to get third ahead of Red Zavada.
Strong finish there by Metric Turmoil, but may have been flattered by the fact that the runner-up was racing very ungenerously. Second event, the Milady Stakes, and a great ride here by Brent Thompson on the widely drawn Change the Tune. Second at this point, takes the lead shortly after and scoots away. Eastern Bay and Royal Brabant run on late without threatening.
Eastern Bay are pulled out wide. Casey Bell in front of the 300. Change the Tune race quickly to claim it on the outside, and they're 3 in front of Coral Coast coming out of the pack. But Change the Tune dash to the front inside the 200-metre mark, spread it away. 3 lengths in front of Coral Coast, and then Casey Bell. Eastern Bay and Royal Brabant are flying down the outside, but Change the Tune's got too big a break, and Change the Tune gets home by nearly a length to Eastern Bay. Ahead away third is Royal Brabant, then Coral Coast.
Top ride there from Brent Thompson. Third event, the Ottawa Stakes, and Beach Gown, the 5-4 favourite, looked to be in some trouble below the 200 metres, but she responded in great style to hard riding by Gary Willits to nail Lady Camilla. Devil Wind close up in third place in a great 3-horse war.
550 out, Lady Camilla on the inside, joined by Beach Gown. Yellow Queen back on the inside. Devil Wind further out from Lucinda Lace, trying to get a run at them. Then on assignment, running about a little from Velour Lady, and further back Summer Sterling. At the 400 though, Lady Camilla against the fence, about a half length in front. He pulls a whip on Beach Gown. Devil Wind coming after Lady Camilla, but Lady Camilla still the leader at the 200-metre mark. Got nearly a length in front of Beach Gown, who's starting to struggle a little. Devil Wind is on the outside. It's Lady Camilla in front with 150 to go. Beach Gown gradually pegging it back with Devil Wind the outside. Lady Camilla and Beach Gown. Beach Gown now put its head in front near the line, and the favourite Beach Gown's got up to win. Beach Gown by nearly a neck to Lady Camilla, and a nose away third, Devil Wind.
Fourth event was one of the features of the day, the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, and it went to apprentice Craig Dinn with a lovely ride on Irish Lord. Settled just behind the speed and came with a well-timed run in the straight to defeat the British. Not much in it at the finish, only a half head. Fountain Court in third place. You'll notice a fall at the home turn. Jamaica in. Back towards the tail of the field and out wide. Gary Willits fortunately escaped injury. But this is Irish Lord winning the Queen Elizabeth Stakes.
Settling down. Irish Lord up on the outside of British, followed by Rich Brother getting up along the inside now from further back in the field. Jamaica in. And they're packed right up going out of the straight. Remuster was caught a little wide. Holsam and the Arco King are racing about 5 and 6 away from the fence. Further back, Palooka, who was hampered there on the outside of Saddleback, and the last couple look aloft on the outside of Maid of Lorraine. To the side, they race with about 2,100 metres to go. Farrick and Irish Lord together. They're pulling, though, and moving up as Holsam on the outside. He's pulling double, but making a line of 3. About 2 lengths further back, Winter Prince 4 deep around the outside of British. Rich Brother getting up on the inside of Amala. 3/4 Niarco King wide around Homemade Fountain Court. Saddleback on the inside, followed further back by Remuster Jamaica in. 3 lengths further back in the field, then came over on the inside, Maid of Lorraine from Palooka, and 2 to last of all, Look Aloft. They run up with about 1,600 metres to go, and there's still no real pace with the leader on the inside, Holsam, about a half length in front of Winter Prince, about 2 lengths to Farrick. British Court wide around Irish Lord, Rich Brother back on the inside, Niarco King 3 deep and back in the centre of Amala. Then Homemade, Saddleback back on the rail from Fountain Court, Remuster, and then Jamaica in. 2 lengths further back at the 1,400 metre mark would have been Palooka from Maid of Lorraine, and last of all is Look Aloft. They head to the side, running up with about 1,300 metres to go, and down the back in the Queen Elizabeth, and it's Holsam on the inside, about a head in front. Winter Prince is second, about 2 lengths further back, then British has got in a little closer on the inside of Homemade. 2 to Niarco King, trap wide around Irish Lord on the fence, Farrick. Amala pulled to the outside from Fountain Court, further back Rich Brother, Remuster, and then off the fence Saddleback. A length and a half Jamaica in, a length further back then Fountain Court from Palooka. Maid of Lorraine last of all, 850 metres to go. Winter Prince on the outside, had its head in front of Holsam, and Amala swept around the outside of Homemade. British trying to get a run at them, and they're followed further back by Fountain Court, trying to get clear. Back on the inside, Irish Lord from Jamaica in. Saddleback is pulled out wide when they come towards the home turn, and further back in the field then is Rich Brother from Maid of Lorraine. In the straight, they race 550 out, and there's one down. Jamaica in has lost the rider. 450 out, Winter Prince the leader from British and Holsam, then Homemade Irish Lord. Here's Fountain Court out in the centre, starting to come home well from Remuster. At the 250 metre mark, it's Winter Prince in front of British. Fountain Court and Irish Lord are getting out of the pack after the leader. It's British getting its head in front with about 150 to go. Irish Lord is spearing through in the centre. Irish Lord, British and Fountain Court 3 in line. Irish Lord and British the inside. Irish Lord and British, they go to the line, and Irish Lord has got up to win. Irish Lord a long hit on the line to British. 3/4 to a length away. Third is Fountain Court, followed by...
Polished ride by young Dinn to score there on Irish Lord. Fifth event was the Ampol Stakes, and it went to the Epsom Handicap winner Riverdale, and by completing the double he picked up a $200,000 bonus. Noel Barker was forced to adopt daring tactics. There was no pace on in the middle stages. He let Riverdale slide to the lead, and although he was under plenty of pressure in the straight, he really responded in great style to Barker's riding to defeat Exemplify and Keepers.
Then came Riverdale. Around the outside goes Old Spice, followed by Mr. Ironclad. The Cassier back on the outside now, Chagemar, 2 to Niarco Fair and 2 to Woking last of all. 1,300 metres to go, and Foystaan having a good race for the lead with Old Spice. Foystaan held up now. Old Spice on the outside, got outside him. A length further back in the field, then around them goes Riverdale. He's trapped out wide, Riverdale, but he's going up towards the leaders. They've dropped the speed now from King Phoenix up on the outside of Keepers. 2 then to Beat Cheval, tucked away on the inside of Mr. Ironclad. Further back in the field then came on the outside La Cassier, Exemplify, Chagemar, Woking, and the Arco Fair last of all. About 750 to go, and Riverdale's gone to the front. It's Riverdale in front of the Ampol Stakes, about a length and a half in advance of Old Spice. A length further back, King Phoenix on the outside, and they're followed by Woking going around Keepers, Mr. Ironclad. Beat Cheval is shuffled back on the inside now of Foystaan when they near the turn, taken to the outside, Chagemar. Well back, La Cassier, followed by Niarco Fair and Exemplify. On the turn, they race with about 600 to go, and Keepers moved up to tackle Riverdale. A length and a half Old Spice from King Phoenix. Beat Cheval trying to get a run back on the fence. Mr. Ironclad further out and further back, Chagemar. At the 400, Riverdale and Keepers fighting it out from Mr. Ironclad. Beat Cheval is blocked in badly with nowhere to go. Riverdale and Keepers fighting it out from Mr. Ironclad, then Chagemar and Exemplify down the outside. It's Riverdale ahead in front of Keepers with 100 to go. I think he's going to get the big double. Yes, Riverdale's in front of Keepers, and on the outside, Exemplify, and he's got there Riverdale. Riverdale's won the money about a half length to other Exemplify and close up Keepers. Then further out.
In the sixth event, it was Din again scoring on Wise Call to complete a double. Had to withstand a protest from the rider of the runner-up Battered Braid on charge of interference approaching the home turn. Stewards quickly dismissed the objection, and Wise Call and Din got the verdict.
Rare decision, and now Muffler starting to wind up right down the outside. 300 to go. Farrago got to the front. Wise Call has raced up to grab it from Battered Braid. Rare Decision and Muffler coming down the outside, but at the 200, Wise Call took the lead from Farrago. Then Battered Braid, Rare Decision and Galactic Star. It's Wise Call in front with 100 to go. Battered Braid coming out after Wise Call, but it's Wise Call the neck in front of Battered Braid, and Wise Call hangs on to win. Wise Call the neck on the line to Battered Braid, a length and a half away third. Rare Decision.
Seventh was the Grey Smith Stakes, and it went to the Filbert, starting at 14 to 1. He slices between runners, about 150 metres out. At this stage, it was a desperate go between four runners. Toyd on the inside looked to be a winning chance, but he faded as the Filbert, Cromedy Bay and Entrancing all swamped Toyd in that final drive to the line.
Entrancing moved up with Toyd at the 300-metre mark to grab the lead from the Filbert. They're followed by Cromedy Bay and Capstan Bay. Entrancing took the lead with 150 to go. The Filbert getting up on the insides, grabbed it though. The Filbert took the lead from Entrancing and Cromedy Bay. It's the Filbert in front, close to the line, and the Filbert gets the money. One at a head on the line, Cromedy Bay, a half head away third, Entrancing.
Good finish to have the bookies cheering there with the success of the 14 to 1 chance, the Filbert. A sensational in the final event, the Carnival Handicap. First past the post was Reformed Rogue, who obviously isn't. You'll notice him bore in under pressure and take the running of Bowl Jet. The race eventually won by Mr. Magic, who was second past the post, but he was given the race when Reformed Rogue was demoted to third.
Possibly in front. West Mayo's grabbed them on the flat side. Where's Bowl Jet? He's starting to make a little ground, but Reform Rogue's in front of West Mayo, close to the line from Bowl Jet. Inconvenience. Reform Rogue is running Bowl Jet to the centre of the track, but Reform Rogue has won the last. He's hampered Bowl Jet. It's in a photo there with Mr. Magic for the minors. Saber Sam close up. Then
sensational way to finish a great week of racing at Flemington. Cup week, 4 days of super racing, good weather and good racing surface. With the veteran Mr. Magic taking out the final event. A look now at the double and treble information. 3 and 7 was the double combination yesterday at Flemington. The dividend there, $31.10, while the treble combination, 10, 3 and 7, the dividend paid $1,238.60, and the extra double from Flemington, 7 and 4. Wise Call, Mr. Magic, and the dividend, $183.40.